Come on and ride on it. It's my birthday, not right now. In a few days, relax. Tell me happy birthday, but not right now.
Oh,
but if you're the eager beaver, you can tell me on this fine Tuesday or whenever you listen to this episode, because you might listen to it later.
You're the eager beaver.
You might listen to it a few weeks from now. No matter when you listen to it, come back and tell me happy birthday. If you listen and you don't, I'm going to feel like it's disrespect. And if you can't listen to the pod, here is some man's birthday, and then don't tell him happy birthday. So you know where to find me. B-Love 1911. She and I podcast If You're Nasty. It's my birthday. I'm celebrating. I don't even know what to tell y'all. I didn't introduce the podcast, but it's my birthday.
Oh my God.
What you want me to do? I should have worn a shirt that says, it's my birthday. I'm turning 26 again. The only thing about this 26 is I noticed something this morning. So you looking right at it as soon as I said it. That's crazy. That's crazy. She gets crazier and crazier as our marriage continues to go on day by day.
So that's a new one. That's a new one.
I was doing my hair this morning and I'm like, let me go ahead. Because she makes me go to church on Sundays. I used to go hiking every Sunday.
What the hell you mean I make you go?
This is what you're supposed to do. It's a good wife. Like, come on.
I don't make you go anywhere.
Come on, family. Let's go to church. I know the therapist said that I'm supposed to like be leading the household in prayer and making everybody go to church. But you know,
you still not doing what he asked you to do.
No. You said lead the family in prayer. He didn't say go to church.
Either.
He didn't say go to church. He did say lead the family in prayer. Now, I lead myself. I want my family to come with me if they so choose to do that.
That ain't how God said to lead.
Well, let me get done what I'm saying. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is it's my birthday. But back to what I was saying. 26 years old. Woke up this morning, doing my hair, took a shower. I can't wait to get a haircut. Took a shower. And I was like, damn, this gray hair will not go down. It's right in the front. You know, when you got that pimple right in the front of your face and on your nose, and you're like, oh man, I gotta take pictures today. But that damn pimple is like right here all of a sudden. I woke up, that gray hair is right here. If you zoom in, you take a screenshot. Go ahead and take a screenshot right now. You can see it. If you didn't catch it, that's on you. I was shocked that it was so prominent. I'm not even stressed out. I will be in about 2 weeks when I get
almost 40. This has nothing to do with you being stressed out.
Who's almost 40?
Y'all.
I think she's drunk. This is water, not tequila. Why are you drinking right now?
What's crazy since we've been together so long, I really can't figure out if you're 36 or 37. I'm confused at this point. But regardless, you're almost 40. That's what happens when people are almost 40.
I'm about to cut your mic off.
You got gray hairs.
All right? I'm really trying to find out how to dead her mic right now.
I have yet to receive my first hair. The only nuance that I have is that I have a chin hair. Like I have one strand of chin like hair that grows out of my chin now that I'm older.
I think this grounds for a divorce.
But I pluck it and I don't see it again until like another 6 months. So
yikes.
But I don't have my first gray on my head yet.
On your head. So you got gray pubes? I'm asking. Great pubic hair ain't gonna listen. There's some fine cougars out there, and if you got great pubic hair, that's not stopping anybody. Pubic hair.
What are we talking about here?
Gray hair.
We're talking about the gray hairs that's in the front. Not only is it on your head, it's in the front and the center of your head.
It's just right in the front, right?
It's okay.
No. I'm putting their product.
You just want to embrace the changes that your body is going through.
I'm gonna give myself at least 10 to 12 more strands of gray hair. When I start seeing that, I'm putting that product in. Ain't no shame in my game. Women wear makeup. Men, y'all go to the barbershop. You better be glad
it's turning gray and your hair's not thin.
Come on out. Listen, if
he
I
talking
had
about
to
some
pick
damn
one,
gray hair. it's people his age and younger. They already losing their edges in the middle part of their head. He
right
still
there.
got a head full of hair and he's almost 40.
All right, we got to talk about that too then. That's the thing, fellas out there. This might be my relationship. Find you a good barber, man. At a certain age, we can't have the most crispy edge up. You just got to go to the barber shop multiple times a week now at this age. But have your barber not push your hairline back, but just edge where the hair is growing back. You don't got to, and then stop getting spray paint on the front of your head. I see it. A lot of y'all come out of the barber shop and put the whole airbrush, get the can, spraying your hairline like it's an AK-47. You don't need all of that. It's going to wash off when you take a shower. And then, you know,
I never understood this. So I guess people get the crispy edge up.
For the
I guess
day.
because they going out that day. But then after that, you can't redo it, right?
A lot of y'all be sweating unless you got the spray painted. They using the spray can. That's a little bit egregious. Now I'll tell y'all a quick story. We got to introduce the podcast too, by the way. Quick story. When I was I used to live in Atlanta for a year, just about. And when I was living in Atlanta, I found me a barber. And this is the first time I'd ever experienced enhancements. I went to get a haircut.
Enhancements.
That's what it's called. There's nothing wrong with that. I went to get a haircut. My boy edged me up at the end. He said, "You want this?" Shook it up like this. I'm like, why not? I don't even know what it is. My boy took out that business card, flap, flap, smacked it on his knee, got it nice and straight. I said, oh God. I looked in the mirror. I look like Steve Harvey. I said, man, I'm getting this every time. I had a short haircut. So I had a lot of hair, but you could still see it a little bit. It wasn't as discreet as one would think. Anyway, I washed my hair that night and my hairline faded. No more hairline. It just went down the drain with my money. So after that, I decided not to go the enhancement route. Unless it's like we're doing a live show or something. Enhance me for a live show. What are we doing? I don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
Welcome back to the podcast. This is She and I. I am your host, B-Love, and if you didn't know it by now, it's my birthday. Joined by my very special host,
India Marie.
India Marie and B-Love, the husband and wife duo you didn't know you need, but you got us and we are here to stay. This is the best thing to happen on a Tuesday. Well, damn it, since Monday. Give it up for yourself and for me because somebody said it right then. I left it blank because somebody listening said it's his birthday.
My apologies in advance. This podcast is starting off like the one like 2 weeks ago started off.
Nah, we got a subject matter.
Feeling like it's going to be very random because it's his birthday and he can't seem to focus and get on the task at hand.
So last week she happened to ask, what did I want for my birthday? Do you remember you asked me that? And I told her I wanted those Trey Songz tickets. And then I got hit with an ad for the Trey Songz show. Now, I got to thinking, what is the number? Oh, you tell me, what do women buy guys? Like, give me 2 or 3 things, maybe even 5 things that you would buy a guy as a go-to gift for him. Because like men, we have go-to gifts for our woman. If we don't know what to buy, easy enough. First thing, a handbag. Can't go wrong with it. Second thing, we'll probably buy some jewelry. Can't go wrong with it. Third thing, we probably gonna buy a vacation if we are that type of person. I'm definitely that type of person. Fourth thing, we might buy some jewelry if, we want to go that route. And last but not least, get her a gift card to her favorite clothing store. Those are the top 5 things that men, I think, will buy their woman if they don't know what to get them for their birthday.
So you didn't say 5, you said 3.
I'm quick.
But this is what I've always gotten him. Shoes.
Easy enough.
I'm really good at picking out shoes for him. And I never get him shoes that he's looking for or asking for. I'm just really good at picking out shoes.
You do a good job. I think I'm drinking Blake's water, by the way.
Cologne.
Okay.
Every now and then I'm like, he hasn't bought a new scent in a long time. I'm going to buy him some cologne.
That's a good score.
And cologne's always a good gift because, for one, it's expensive. Depending on what you're buying or whatever. And he is a cologne snob. So cologne always works.
I like cologne.
I haven't bought him this in a while. And I did get this for your birthday, but I used to buy him a lot of watches. But you kind of stopped wearing watches, which is why
I still wear them. They just the battery died or the strap broke on them.
Yeah,
popped off. So
it's crazy. We probably should have took those back. He got 2 Movados that I bought him, and he's worn the strap out. But I bet those could be replaced.
Yeah.
Anyways, back in the day, a watch was in rotation heavily. That's my top 3.
Okay, I just gave you 5 for men. So fellas and ladies, I think those are like the easiest gifts to get somebody as your go-to gift.
Or you could do like an experience.
It's always a go-to, but you got to know your partner.
I think if I gave him a gift card to go axe throwing, he would probably be excited.
If you know your partner and you know they're competitive, I think everybody should experience axe throwing one time in their life. And if y'all want to get that for me for my birthday, you can get it for me. I'll go axe throwing. We can double date. Hit us up, man. Let's double date with somebody.
It just depends on what they like to do. Because if I also got him an experience to go rock climbing, he'd probably be a little perturbed because he don't like heights.
No. I'm not afraid of heights. I just think God made us to be on the ground. You know what I mean?
He doesn't do rock climbing. He doesn't do amusement parks, roller coasters, anything that's up in the air where he doesn't feel like he has control, which is weird because we're opposite. I don't like water activities. Don't put me on a boat. I don't want to go jet skiing. I don't want to go parasailing. I don't want to go snorkeling. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm scared. Don't give me a water experience for any holiday.
Nice.
If we're going out of town and you see us at a water excursion, it's 100% because I'm being a team sport and that's the activity that he chose.
I'm gonna go
Spa.
back. Oh yeah, spa. Let's go. I'm gonna go back in the archives and see can I find the photo where we went on our anniversary one time to Mexico, and the way she acted in the water, like her facial expressions on pictures, like
first of all, the water was disgusting in Mexico. It was cold. It was disgusting, murky, and cold.
It was cold.
It was like you couldn't see it. It was seaweed everywhere. The water was disgusting. And then they had
you stayed by the instructor the whole time.
Yeah, because they didn't have us on a boat. I'm not a strong swimmer. I know how to swim to like save my life, but I almost drowned as a kid, and I don't like swimming. Like I only learned how to it after that because it's a very essential life skill to have.
You ain't lying. If you're an adult and you can't swim, Ophelia, you need to learn how. I know she learned how. That's why I called her out.
Recently, like 2 weeks ago. They didn't have us on a boat in this excursion. For the most part, the excursion was fine.
Yeah.
Like we went ATVing first, and then we went diving in this underground cave.
We did.
And that was pretty cool too. And then after that, they took us to another part to go snorkeling. But we didn't get on a boat. We swam out. And then when we got there, it was nothing out there but some fat ass turtles. I was pissed.
Then you couldn't swim.
I was like, I've been swimming too far.
The instructor had to save her.
I don't even think everybody had life jackets on out there.
I didn't.
That was really crazy.
I was outside.
It was really crazy.
At one point, I thought I was going to drown though, because one of the waves hit me. And I said, "Uh-oh."
Like we didn't have life jackets on. So when he's saying that I stayed close to the instructor, I mean what he means is that the instructor swam me back to shore.
And then you clip on him or something. Yeah,
I was holding on for dear life because I wasn't trying to do all that. Like why did he have us swimming out to the middle of the water to see some turtles? Like I was pissed.
I want to go back now though. We got to figure out where we're going for our 10-year anniversary. We need to start planning that, but we'll talk about that on the next episode. But right now, we got something we need to get into. Let me hit the button.
During the week, we got deep. Chill. Let's talk on the podcast.
Do you know what today is? It's my birthday. We represent this year, baby. And then, so listen, before I get into the subject here, I said I took off work Thursday and Friday. Took off work Thursday and Friday. Your birthday is only on Friday. I said it's a black man's holiday. I let a black man experience some joy.
The reason why I asked is because he never takes off multiple days. For rarely anything. Very rarely takes off work. That's why I asked.
But this shit is different. You know, I'm feeling the type of way. I feel like we need to celebrate life more, celebrate wins more, but celebrate each other more.
We did have to circle back on the Trey Songz tickets because I did ask him what he wanted for his birthday, but usually I'm just asking him to try to read the room.
See what I'm saying? She read wrong.
I read wrong. I'd already bought his birthday present.
So a good question is,
but that's not to say that I won't necessarily buy the Trey Songz tickets. He won't. I'm not going to give them to him on his actual birthday. What I'm thinking is,
so let me know so I can buy my own tickets.
First of all, the tickets aren't selling for that concert, so that's going to be a concert we can literally like wait till the week of to get tickets to that concert. Good seats at that. So it's like I said, it's not to say that I'm not going to buy the tickets. It's just that won't be wrapped in a gift for your birthday because I had already bought when we talked about this last week. I had already bought the gift.
She had to go ahead and tell me right now, like, don't be expecting that damn Trey Songz shit.
Because I don't think that anyone deserves disappointment for their birthday. So I just had to, be like, hey.
I'm telling you, I was let down one time so bad for Christmas, right? I've told this story before, but it sticks with me right now. And this is no disrespect to anybody, but my ex-girlfriend told me she was going to give me the Jordan 11s, the cool grays when they came out. Now, I had a lot of connections in the game, sneaker game back then. I could have gotten them easy, but she was like, don't buy them. I'm going to get them for you, I promise. Christmas came, didn't get them. Man, I was so upset at her. I was mad. And looking back on it, I'm like, that was the dumbest reason ever to get mad. So you shouldn't get mad at people when they don't get you the gift that you want, unless you have vocally said that, hey, I want this thing, and you know a thing is hard to come by. Back then, you could get shoes anywhere.
The 11s, those are the ones that used to come out like every Christmas, right? Because
they still do.
I was going to say there was like at least 2 years in a row where that was his Christmas present. So
yeah, you look how she did that. But that was a shot, by the way.
It wasn't a shot.
Y'all don't know.
It wasn't a shot. There wasn't a shot. It wasn't. Listen, I get really good gifts for him.
Hey. That was a shot. She didn't even do that.
I don't even know who the hell you talking about. You have more than one ex-girlfriend. I don't know who you talking about. I don't care who you talking about either.
You know what I'm talking about. All right.
But
I'm about to get in trouble.
I'm just saying, like, I know that that's what you like. Again, I used to always get him shoes.
Yeah, you did. So
it's a pair that I'm actually looking at. I was trying to see if I wanted to add that, tag it on. It's another birthday present, but I think I'm gonna wait.
You don't give me those Burberrys again. Don't give me no Burberry. No disrespect to my homeboy. Love him to death. But those damn Burberry shoes at the top, that real leather hurt my feet.
Oh.
It hurt my feet.
It wasn't going to be like, so guys, like if you're really into dress shoes and like loafers and stuff like that. So
it's a fashion podcast.
A lot of times I will, okay, and then we'll circle back to some relationship related. But
talk to him.
So when we were moving, there was like this pair of raggedy brown Cohan loafers that he had, and he just had them sitting on the floor. And I was like, bro, what you doing with these shoes? And he was like, I'm gonna put it in the closet. And I said, no, you can put them in a Goodwill bag, because the thing, like, surely you don't think you should still be wearing those shoes. And he's had these Cohan since I met him.
Okay.
Like 13 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's time for like a new pair of like loafers. And so I just started looking, and I just so happened to get a text message from J. Crew. And J. Crew has this new line of shoes from like lower end for J. Crew is like $150, $160 to like higher end, like over $1,000. But they're really nice, and they range from like boots to loafers.
Send them to me. I might go check them out.
But I was like, I might get it for something else. We'll see. But yeah, if you want to get your guys some good dress shoes, go to J. Crew. Because I bought him a pair of J. Crew boots last year for Christmas.
Fire. I can't wait. I work from home though, so it's like, all right, whatever the case may be.
Which is why I didn't get shoes this year, because he doesn't go anywhere, so he doesn't wear any of the things anymore.
Yeah, now like I gotta wear my good. That's why I started going to church, to be real, so I can get clean. I just want to see your face. But realistically, we all have that pair of shoes that we broken in now that we just cannot let go. I can go right outside of his hall right now, pull those pink and black Nikes in here and show everybody.
Well, so I decided to keep them as my yard shoes.
Hey, they something that need to be thrown away in a yard sale. giving away to somebody else, but they look horrible. Anyway, let's get down to business. Over the weekend, we had a conversation. I was asking about, speaking of past relationships, great segue. I asked India, I said, hey, what song did you listen to on repeat after a breakup or after something bad happened? Or like, what was your go-to song? We all have that one song. I know y'all in relationships right now, happily married. Some of y'all happily single, whatever your status may be. But when you were dating someone and, it got rocky, wavy a little bit, what song did you listen to? And tell them what you told me so everybody can laugh.
It was actually two. We never made it to the second one because I got so excited about the first one. I used to love the song.
But you two won't let us play it.
But it was Carrie Hilson, Beautiful Mistake.
Give us a little rendition. Sing some. Come on.
Well, I wish that Cupid's arrow never went through me, wish we never crossed the line, wish I never gave you this booty. Listen.
Hey, say it again for the people in the back. Say it again.
Whoa, that is a song.
You got to say it again.
I wish that Cupid's arrow never went through me. I wish we never crossed the line. I wish I never gave you this booty.
Well, Carrie Hilson,
so me and him broke up. We broke up when I was in college.
Hey, Carrie Hilson is wild.
And I'm like in the car in my little Honda Civic Coupe, and I'm like, I wish I never gave him his booty.
And the song is up tempo, by the way. She played the song for me. I'm like, this was your go-to song?
It was, because that one brought me back to where I needed to be. It was like I was sad, and then I was
turned
up. I'm all right.
At the same time.
I'm all right. I wish I never gave him anything. Like,
she played the song for me, and the song is a decent song, but
it's a great song.
It's a B-side.
And then the other one is Fanny. Fantasia.
Oh, come on now. Yeah. That's my song. Don't you sing it. Don't you sing it.
I done played some Fantasia on repeat.
Which one?
Go ahead and free yourself.
Hey, I'm saying that song just because. And I was usually the one that was trying to set them free.
I mean, like, when you like going through something and you're listening to free yourself, I mean, like, you're red in the face because you're like just yelling the song to the top of your lungs.
That's a cut. So I thought about that, and then I said, damn. What song that I used to listen to? And typically, I wasn't the one who needed like the I'm sorry. I was the one trying to get things back on track. And there's a lot of great songs. A lot of them out there for fellas that we can listen to. But the number one, y'all know how I feel about this person already. So, Avant, Don't Take Your Love Away. Boy, when it first come on, you already know what's finna happen. Don't take your love away. Man, listen, I used to send that on a text message to girls back in the day. Just type it out. But then if I'm like trying to break up with a girl or something like that back in the day, every true player has to put on that Donnell Jones. And that's what you got to listen to.
Let my baby grab Mr. Is that one?
Said I'll be coming home.
I'd rather be alone.
She doesn't truly understand me, but I'd rather leave than to cheat. Boy, that's amazing. They didn't say that at church. For all the true players out there, we all know that song. But those are like the top two. I would say that I did, but the main one was that Don't Take Your Love Away. And I think an honorable mention would be Maybe I Deserve. Boy, you play that for a woman, she gonna really think you love her, and you probably really don't. But any of those will work
for you. That's just terrible.
All right, so then
Carrie Hilson, Beautiful Mistake. That one top tier.
That's a good song. She played it for me.
Top
I've never heard
tier.
it. It's a good song.
If you've not heard Carrie Hilson, Beautiful Mistake,
You know what?
just pause it. Go listen to that right now.
Do your thing and then come back and let us know how you feel about that song. Never heard of it until yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Somebody said in the comments one day, a couple of people have written in and said in the YouTube comments, we need to do a music podcast. And I said, well, that's a good idea, but I don't know how long it'll be because you really need to play the songs so people can get the full effect. On YouTube, they're going to copyright infringement. We can't let this play. So that's why. But, I don't know. Maybe we'll figure out some way. Go on AMP, some on Amazon. Why am I promoting other people's shit? Can you do Instagram Live?
Download we could do an IG Live or
Patreon or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. We'll figure something out. But we do like to talk about music way too much. But anyway, now, one of my homegirls hit me up.
But music is also how we started dating for real.
Oh, yeah. It's
that was the common link because we're mostly opposite in like most
100%,
ways.
100%.
But the music is what like
ties everything back together.
The first time we met and hung out, music is what led us to a second date. So
now we got to get down to a question, not really a question, but a topic that we touched on last week, but we really didn't delve too deep in it. But one of my homegirls, she's a friend of mine, been listening to the pod, and I really enjoy her because she gives good advice. And she says, hey, I want you guys to talk a little bit more about having friends of the opposite sex because you speak so highly about your friends. So how did that come about? How does India feel right now? And just kind of go through it. So I wrote down a few questions, not only about that, but the stages of friendship when you are in different stages of your life. Like right now we're married. Your friend could be single. Your friend could be dating. One of our friends could be fiancéed or engaged, anything, right? So the different stages of friendship. So when it first came about, when you first met me and you heard I had a best friend who was a girl, who was a lady, how did that make you feel? Were you a little bit apprehensive or what?
Well, I'm pretty much apprehensive about everything.
Oh, Jesus.
But with her, like I knew that she was already a friend before we met. It was the girls who tried to slide in after we had already met.
Oh, here we go.
That I wasn't like, no.
Here we go.
Like, did it. So she was really the only one that I wasn't like, you need to cut that off. Like, because I knew that they had an actual friendship.
Yeah.
As far as me, and like me having guy friends, I had like several guy friends when he and I first started dating. But I think that with guys, it's a little bit different. Like, I think that they kind of just naturally fell back. Like, the more serious I got with him. But then also, a lot of my guy friends were college guy friends. And they don't live here anymore. And it's kind of hard to maintain those friendships when everyone is kind of like just in their own little bubble of life. Like, I have a couple guy friends, like we'll catch up every now and then. But as far as like my college friends, most of the time I just see them during homecoming and, that's it. It's just harder to maintain, those friendships after you've already, I feel like it was easier to maintain once we got married.
Okay.
Once we added in the kids, it's just like, it's a lack of time to continue any friendship, whether it's same sex or opposite sex. So I don't think it's like opposite sex specific. It's just harder to maintain friendships in general. It just takes a lot more effort.
You said so much that I want to go back to right now. All right, start back over. Now, I think I was very intentional when it came to me having a female best friend, a girl best friend, and also dating India at the same time. Like, I wanted India and my best friend to be friends. Like, I wanted them to get to know each other. So I was intentional about like, hey, introducing them right off the back. This is Ashley, this is India, this is whatever the case may be. Now, I will say this. I think it's also good to talk to your best friend separately, and let her know, like, hey, I think I'm serious about this girl, like, you know, or guy, I think I'm serious about this guy, like, we're about to move forward in our life, and I want you still to be a part of my life. So please put up the effort and try to get to know him or her, because the more you do that, the more we can still connect. If you don't put in the effort, speaking to the best friend and the girlfriend, it's going to cause trouble for me. And if you love me like I love you, best friend, then I think you need to put in the effort with the woman or with the guy. So I think there needs to be like a whole conversation with the friend too. Kind of like you would have with your partner.
Yeah. Conversation. Yeah. But I also think that it's a lot easier when there's just like a natural respect there.
Yeah.
Because like
Sure.
once I have to question like whether or not you respect me as his person, this for anybody. Once I have to question whether or not you respect me as his person, you're done. And so that has happened. Not like I said, I'm not speaking about his best friend or anything like that. This is like other situations. There was a girl.
Oh man, I'm gonna talk about something too. So go ahead, get ready.
Now, you remember the girl when we first started dating? I don't know if she had a crush on you or what.
I don't know who you talking about, man.
Yeah,
Why do I
do. Yeah, you do.
Go ahead. I know you talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, he knows who I'm talking about.
I don't know what she's talking about.
And she just couldn't get over the fact she was you know how you go out and you see somebody out and it's that one girl that tries to take it too far. She's too handsy with her hugs. She's too far up. She's too close to your face. Like she was one of those.
I don't remember.
And
was she my friend for real? I don't remember. Keep going. What her name?
I just think she likes you.
What her name start with?
If I tell you what her name starts with, there's probably gonna be a lot of people that we went to school with that know exactly who we're talking about. Because there weren't. This isn't a common letter name for women.
Oh, I know you're talking about that.
Okay.
Jesus, I don't know what you're talking about. Keep going. Why we gotta? This is a podcast. Yeah, you finna type the message to somebody that's what. Okay. Now, yeah. That could be anybody. But she's the homegirl.
Who's homegirl?
We talking about two different people. Then, right? Go ahead and write the full name.
Who's homegirl?
I'm sorry for the listening audience right now. If you're listening right now to this day, she the homie, right?
No. Not my homie.
No, definitely not. No, my bad. Yeah, keep going then.
Yeah.
That's a scary name she just typed in. Okay, I'm out of this. I'm running. You keep going.
That girl almost got punched in her face.
Yeah, she was excited though. I think she just want to get under your skin because anyway, we talking about real friends. I don't know what that was. She just typed in. I thought you were talking about somebody else who is the home girl right now. You know what I'm talking about. Same initials.
I don't even know who you're talking about now.
Oh,
but
Lord Jesus.
Anyways, like I said, I feel like in the beginning there has to be a big effort to let the woman that you're dating know that it is like I respect you as his person and I'm not going to cross any boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
All right, but see, your thing was you said in college. I think your college friends were all cool. I'm not even gonna lie, even though all her friends in college were alphas. And if you know anything about your boy B Love,
and I still love them. Those my dogs.
Ada Gamma 06 celebrating 50 years this year. What's up? Anyway, all of her friends were alphas in college, and I like every last one of them. The one I like the most is Tevin, probably, just to be honest with you. And there's no shot at all the rest of them, but Tevin is like, I can tell he's just a solid guy. You know what I mean? You can just tell some people are solid. So when you meet people, I think that meeting your friend's friend, you got to meet them with open arms too. Like you can't already have a preconceived notion of somebody when you're partner introduces you to their friend of the opposite sex, and you already got this thought in the back of your mind, oh man, I wonder how many times she sucked them off or something like that. You can't go in thinking like that. I know 2023, I know what your friend mean in 2023. But see, back in 2010 is a little bit different. In 2023 these days, if somebody tell you that's my friend, watch out. They probably get one of them sensual massages. You know what I'm talking about. So you got to be careful. So I understand the hesitation about having friends that is the opposite sex.
But even now, like most of those guys are like married or in like serious relationships,
got kids and everything. Yeah.
So a lot of them are kind of in the same place that I am right now, and they just don't live here in Nashville. I feel like if we lived in the same city, then I would still have like those really close relationships with them. I love,
Kenny,
the women
Rico,
they're my guys.
See, I can name all of them. So we were an open book. Like we were straight up with each other. Hey man, here, Ashley, Diane, and for me, that's probably where it started and where it ended. Like real quick, two names, right? We went on vacations together. Now they on that, let's get to it. They don't invite me out no more. And it hurts my feelings. I told Ashley that on the phone the other day. And this is what we're going to talk about. Friends being in different stages of their life. She might beat me up for talking about this. I still ain't called her back from last week, but I'm going to call her back tomorrow. Now, friends being in different stages. Now, how do you navigate friendships when you are at different phases of your life? When your friend want to still go out to happy hour, but your happy hour not consists of getting a babysitter, coming home early to get the kids ready for bed because you don't want to pay the babysitter extra money, and then not being able to travel because you have to ask your significant other. And 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to say, I don't know, because I want to go too. And you don't want to do all that. How do you deal with that now that you're married? And how do you maintain a solid friendship?
I just think friendships in general require a lot more grace these days. And if you're not willing to extend that grace, then, I feel like when you're not able to extend that grace, that's when the friendship begins to fall short. Mm-hmm. Right now, it does take a lot of effort for us to do anything. Mm-hmm. For instance, Barry's birthday is on Friday. And I was like,
it's my birthday.
What are we going to do? And also, now that we have kids, just like our interests are different. The things that we want to do,
I'm still trying to kick it.
That's not even true. Because even when we go out to kick it, he be sleepy. Like there's only so much kicking it that we gonna do before we're sleepy.
It depends on where I am.
I was like, okay, I have plans for us to go out Friday night. We're gonna go to dinner, maybe find like a bar, lounge, club, situation Friday night on your birthday. And he was like, where Big B gonna be at?
I did say that.
And I was like, well, we were going to do family day on Saturday, but I can switch it up if you want to spend your birthday, like with the kids on your actual birthday. So I switched it up because he genuinely wanted to spend his birthday dinner with the kids. So that's what we're doing. Friday night, his birthday.
Can I say
it's a family day. He would have
obviously
never said this years ago, but that is the current phase of his life. He wants to spend his birthday with his family. And I think that's okay. So Saturday, I was like, okay, we're going to go out and kick it on Saturday.
Come on.
Like, I've already booked the babysitter.
Talk to him.
Shout out to Maya. And I'm sitting here thinking like, we're really not like late night going out people anymore.
I am.
So I'm actually considering moving the time up and having her come at like 2 or 3 o'clock so we can just like do some daytime kicking it.
I love a day party.
He is at his peak.
Talk to him
during the day.
Talk to him.
And by 9 o'clock, he's kind of like winding down.
I'm in my low.
By 9 o'clock, he's looking for a dessert. And maybe an espresso shot.
And some head.
So, like I said, things just look very different for us these days. And I know it's just a phase. This is just a season.
Oh, yeah.
that we're in. We have very small children. Hell, we're tired all the time.
I do want to say this though, and it's something I realized that we had a conversation about this off mic, and I was thinking out loud, and I told her that we, as friends in general, I think we had to do a better job of carving out time for each other as well. I do believe that we need to be there and make time to make time to see one another, right? Like I should make time or plan a day or a weekend to go to Memphis and to see Ashley, vice versa. You should go see whoever you want. Ophelia's coming here.
Yeah.
This weekend.
But Ophelia is also,
she got frequent flyer miles though.
No, but granted, so normally, so Ophelia is my best friend and she lives in Houston, and normally I will go see her.
You would.
In the past couple, like back in the day, I used to go by myself. And the past couple of times I've taken Bear with me. But I just love Houston. Like, I'm like, I don't want you to come here. I want to go see you there.
Yeah.
So, I'll go visit her. I would say me and Ophelia see each other once, if we're lucky, twice a year. Mm-hmm. But we still talk.
All day.
Not all day. Me and Ophelia maybe talk like once a week.
It's a lot.
It's like and it may not even be, we may not even be able to talk on the phone every week. But, we'll at least like text, check in, something like that. But as far as us seeing each other in person, that's maybe like once or twice a year.
Oh. But
so she's coming in town this weekend because she's like, oh, you just bought a new house. I want to see the new house. I haven't seen the baby. I want to come see the baby. Like, I want to see what you got going on. So that is her putting in her effort because she knows that I've had a lot going on here. And, there are some things that she had to miss this year. And I wasn't upset about it. It was just like, shit, it's just how the cookie crumble at that point. I had my baby shower. She wasn't able to attend my baby shower. It was very small. It was at my house. But we were both in our other best friend's wedding. And she had just traveled to Memphis for that like 2 weekends before. So I knew she wasn't going to be able to show up to the baby shower, you know? And there's been a couple of things where, she hasn't been able to be there, but it's fine because I know that she has a lot going on. I have a lot going on. And there's just something that we never get upset over. Mm-hmm. There's just we have a very deep mutual understanding of where we are at this point in time.
It's all good. And I feel that.
So, that's, I don't have to, with her, that's why I said I feel like grace in friendships is just important across the board. I don't have to worry about her getting upset if I can't come see her. Or me and Ophelia could really go like a month without talking. We've gone like 3 months without talking.
That's a fact.
And it's no beef. It's just, we just picked up where we left off.
I like that. All right.
So.
But I ain't gonna lie, I want to hear from my people. Don't go 3 months without talking to me. I'm gonna feel the type of way. And that just might be me. That might not be everybody. But me personally, if I don't hear from you in 3 months, I'm gonna think we're beefing. And I don't want to beef with my friends. We should never fall out more than 10%, said a man named Mozzie. And I believe in that. If we fall out, then don't let it be more than 10%. And let us talk about it, and then let us pick back up where we left off. There's no reason I should fall out with my best friend. I have any type of animosity toward my best friend. That's crazy. So even if we are in different phases in our life, we should be able to pick up exactly where we left off and carry on. And
what I have been doing here lately is if I think about somebody, I'll reach out to them.
Yeah, you do
like
that a
this
lot.
Just happened. There was a girl that I'm friends with. I haven't spoken to her since June. And I text her. I said, hey, you just crossed my mind. How are you doing? We talked, caught up, quick couple of exchanges, and that was it. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think we should, I don't think we should sit around upset wondering like, why hasn't this person reached out to me? Like, why hasn't it, like, if you're thinking about me,
pick up the
phone and be like, hey, like, what you got going on? And then I'm able to be like, oh my gosh, like, we haven't talked in a long time, but I'm like so busy right now. I'm like stressed out right now. Like, it's just been so much going on. That's a lot of times, like, when my friends haven't heard from me and they're like, hey, what you got going on? I'm like, girl, I'm just like tired, but like this is what's been going on, and then I'm able to catch them up, and then that's another way that they don't feel offended, you know, that I haven't reached out.
Brandon Tompkins is the person that I would consider the greatest at doing that. We cannot talk for about a month, but then when we do reach out and connect with one another, it's like we have been talking for the last 5 days, 15 days, hell, 5 weeks straight. It's always that love and that joy when we pick up and continue to talk to one another. So I just want to give it up to my guy B Tomp one time. That's all I want to do. Now, I do got to get done with the story from my homegirl that she sent me real fast. She wanted to give me a little bit more context. So she said, my homie lives in a state and his new lady lives in Tennessee, but he comes back and forth to Tennessee to spend time with her, but he hasn't invited me out once to meet her and just to catch up and kick it. And I think he's dead wrong. And let me tell you why. Because if that's your best friend or that's your homeboy, imagine, right? You live in Memphis still, and I'm going back and forth, and I'm seeing you and not even telling Ashley that, hey, I'm in Memphis. I'm finna go to, I'm finna meet Indy out, take her out to dinner, but you come out and meet us for lunch.
Yeah.
It's not even right. So I do think he should make an effort to invite you out to be with him and his woman. If he doesn't want to make it look like it's a thing, inviting you out separately, but shit. Invite me out with with my woman. Now, something else too, I think that she mentioned is he didn't want to invite her out because she's not with somebody right now. So, man, you inviting her out to be with you and your girl. 9 times out of 10, when the girls get together anyway, they're going to start talking about shit like makeup and all that type of stuff. So really let them connect and you just be happy they're connecting. So if and when it's time for you and your homegirl to go out separately, your now girlfriend knows that at a surface level, that's all this is. This is right here.
I also understand the hesitancy on his, like from a woman's perspective. Okay. I understand the hesitancy on his part. Like, yes, you're his best friend. But if this is someone that he's like really serious, or, you know, he wants to be serious with, he may not want to mess it up. He may just be having a hard time and doesn't want to mess things up with the girl. Because unfortunately, at the end of the day, once the person starts dating someone seriously, the person that they're with is always going to come before you. Like, so that, you know, if you're friends with somebody of the opposite sex, when that relationship, like when they decide to get into a serious relationship, whatever they have going on is always going to trump whatever y'all had going on. And I think that is the hard part to navigate. Yeah. So had she been with someone, it would have been easier
to double date.
Understood. Exactly. So he's probably just trying to figure out, like,
let me lay my foundation here first before I start inviting you out, because I ain't even solid with my girl yet.
Yeah.
Let me get solid with her. Then I'm going to bring you into the equation to start meeting her, because I don't want to freak her out by saying I have a girl best friend. I understand that. However,
because there's not, if you want me to be honest, there's not a lot of like girl guy best friend relationships that actually make it once the person decides to settle down with someone.
That's fact.
A lot of times, like, jealousy is, you know, plays a role in the situation. And it forces the other person to have to choose. And like I said, that person is always going to choose the person who they're in love with.
Yeah. Or who they sleeping with.
Right. or who they're sleeping with. You don't have to be in love with them, but you know, whoever they're dating at the time. But on the flip side, I think that it would behoove him to make the introduction early
and often,
so that it doesn't look like there was ever anything going on between y'all. Because if you wait too long, you know,
like the
girl he's dating is going to be like, well, why didn't you tell me about this person before? Like, why haven't I met this person before?
It's going to look even more suspicious.
Who is this person? Where did she come from? You know, and so that was my issue with like other girls that Bear was quote unquote friends with. Cause I'm like, where did this bitch come from? I've never seen this girl. No.
Hot take.
We're not doing this.
Hot take. If you have an attractive best friend and you have a new girlfriend, it's going to be a lot harder to introduce your new girlfriend to your attractive best friend. If your best friend is cosmetically challenged, it's going to be a lot easier for your new girlfriend to accept her with open arms.
Because then she's going to feel like it's not a threat.
There you go. I'm glad you kept it real.
She's going to feel like, you know, I don't have anything to worry about with this person. However, I do believe that like an emotional relationship can happen. I literally know somebody right now. She's married to a guy that they were always best friends. They were always best friends.
But see,
and then one day they decided to, you know, express feelings for each other, and now and they're married now. They are happily married.
That's
and
good,
so
though.
that is always the piece that women are worried about, or even men who are worried about. And that's why I said, what do the boundaries look like in the friendship? What do I don't know. Like I said, what does the respect look like in the relationship? Because so if you want me to be quite honest, the difference between like Barrett and my best friend Ophelia, like they both know a lot of the same secrets. Like they both know parts of me that nobody else on this planet will ever know about me.
So.
Like I love my best friend Ophelia. The only difference is that I'm not attracted to women, and
that's why I can't get that Drea thing popping.
I love him to be my person, you know. So it's that I feel like that's why a lot of times there's so much hesitancy, you know, on their part. You did it different. You introduced everybody early. I think I met Ashley at
we weren't even serious yet. Were we serious? We weren't even serious.
I mean, it was at your graduation.
Oh, we were pretty serious about it.
Yeah, I think I met her at when Bear graduated with his master's degree.
Yeah.
I had already met his mom, but that was the weekend I literally met everybody. Like his grandmother was there. His sister was there. Ashley was there. You know, that was when I met everybody. Before then, I didn't too much know about Ashley. Like I knew that she existed, but I didn't know like much information about it. But I will say this, one of the things that she did that kind of made me, I guess, comfortable with it. There was a situation that had happened.
Oh, hell.
She had like a situation going on with a guy. She was like super upset. And it was like probably 1:00 in the morning. And then she called Barrett like twice, I think. And Barrett answered the phone because it's late. And he's like, this must be an emergency.
They called me at this time.
And this wasn't like a normal thing. Like she was not just always calling his phone at 1:00 in the morning. Like this wasn't a thing. And so I think, you know, she's explaining to him like what happened, why she's so upset, whatever. They talk briefly, they get off the phone. Then she texted him and she was like, tell Indy I'm sorry. And so I was like, okay, well, because at first I was like irritated. I ain't gonna lie. I was like really irritated. I was like, why? Like, why is anybody calling you at this time of night?
It's an emergency. I'm going to answer the phone in an emergency now. It was one time I didn't answer the phone.
She did apologize. And so that kind of, like, from that point on, I was like, okay, she seemed like she might be, you know, she seemed like she might be pretty solid.
The crazy part about it, that emergency number, to this day, me and him are cool right now. Talk on Instagram all the time. My man, we got the same birthday and everything.
Yeah.
It's his birthday too. That's my man. And I'm going to tell him happy birthday because they cool too. So, you know, it is what it is. Got to be cool with your people.
Yeah,
Everybody
so that's
got to be cool
why I said the respect is a factor. The boundaries.
And the looks are a factor. I'm telling you right now, take it from your boy. Now, I'm going to do my relationship because I have to hit the button. It's my birthday.
Now unqualified advice from B-Love and B-Love's
What are you doing?
relationship.
It's my birthday. Listen up. I'm going to stay on subject right now. Fellas, listen to me and listen to me plain. If you are married right now and you go out and somehow find a female friend that you don't work with, that you don't work out with, that you don't see on a regular basis, and you try to introduce her to your wife, it's not going to work out in your favor. So just don't find any friends if you're married right now.
Don't bring nobody with me.
Going to work out unless they meet your wife first. They have to meet your wife first, or you have to meet them with your wife, and then you guys can befriend them together. New friendships in a marriage of opposite sex, they cannot come unless it's your coworker. That's my relationship. If you work with a young lady and then y'all become the best of friends, shout out to Catherine.
Now
and
listen,
then you bring her in.
I love me some Catherine.
Everything is gonna be fine. Like, everything is good.
I love me some Catherine. She is just
Catherine's married.
She is a
mother, and she's a mother to be.
And Catherine has actually invited me out without him.
Yeah.
Like, I've gone out with Catherine and just hung out with Catherine.
And they smoked all the cigarettes. She came home mad as a mug.
I didn't smoke all the cigarettes. Catherine invited me out with her friends. And, you know, Catherine's a white lady. And, you know, some of them like to smoke cigarettes and wasn't my vibe, but they were really sweet girls, and I had a real good time with them.
Needless to say, Catherine was my coworker. Me and Catherine had been down for about 3 years. I saw Catherine just as much as I saw Indy. So of course she quickly became one of my best. I call her my best white friend. Quickly shot up the ranks because I was seeing her every day, working alongside of her. Now, if I meet somebody right now that I don't see every day and all of a sudden I'm calling her a best friend, it's going to look funny in the light.
First of all, he works remote. So
looks crazy in the light. But it was, I work remote. However, Zila was a coworker.
Yeah, but she was also like, y'all work directly together.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And she's not your best friend.
Right, but I'm saying, had she stayed around, the more we communicated, she was cool with you, and she talked to you every time you came in the room. Made the effort. And all I'm saying is you gotta make an effort, but this relationship is solely for my fellas out there. Don't do it. That's all I'm telling you. Let her bring the new people in of the opposite sex, and then you just have to just keep everything in the baseline level.
What's the damn reason?
See, I knew you were gonna say it.
What the fuck do you want with this person, with this man? Nothing. Y'all have no reason
ladies,
to be
y'all
friends.
too. Y'all too. I don't want y'all.
None. And it's like me going out to a bar and meeting a friend.
And then she
hey, man, I was out the other day with Ophelia, and this guy, he was so cool. He sat at the bar with us. It was cool. Yeah. You gonna be looking like...
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, you know me. I'm like, what's up?
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. It's what's up. Anything else?
I think we gonna he going to this event or whatever, so I'm probably gonna see him there at this event.
I'm gonna say, bet what we need to wear. What's the dress code? It's what I'm gonna ask, because at that point, I feel like we're going to meet this man together. If he wants to be in our lives at that point, because damn sure if you want to be in yours, you want to be in mine too. And I might bring the kids with me so he can see everything we got going on.
And like I said, either way, like if one of us meet somebody, I always ends up being that we both end up being friends with the person.
Yep.
There's a guy that I met here in Nashville through like blogging and events and stuff like that. Manny was my friend first, and then before I knew it, Bear was doing photo shoots with Manny because he had.
But Manny the bros though, he knew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
that's my guy.
But Manny has always been super respectful, and he's a good guy. But
yeah, and you met him through. But once again, it's kind of like a work thing, right? You met him through blogging, work. See what I'm saying? It's perfectly cool to meet somebody you work with. That's fine. Befriend that person, because that is it's what networking events are for. If you go to a networking event about Pilates and all of a sudden you meet a male Pilates instructor and y'all talking about stretching and shit, I'm going to be cool with that because I can't really touch my toes. So he may be able to relate to what you can talk about. Now, relatability is big. Then we're going to end. I know you're looking at the time right now. I know you're hungry.
I am hungry.
Relatability is something happened a minute ago that I'm going to bring y'all into our world. I was excited about this book I'm reading. It's called Adversity for Sale by J. Jeezy Jenkins. Now, a minute ago, I'm in the kitchen, in the kitchen lights. I'm sorry, but I'm in the kitchen and I'm at the stove. Not like that. I know y'all think Jeezy stove. If you're a fan like me, you know where I'm getting at. But I'm cooking and all of a sudden I say, Indy, do you know Jeezy met Coach K before Coach K was Coach K? Jeezy basically is responsible for QC. Indy is not paying attention or barely paying attention to me. Okay. I looked over.
Oh, brother, that's not what I said.
I looked at her and she said, I don't know who Coach K is. I got upset. I didn't really get upset, but I felt the kind of way because I'm so excited. And I brought this news to her thinking she was going to relate to the excitement that I was feeling at the time. Now, what if I go out and I get in a book club about this new book?
He only reads autobiographies of rappers these days.
It don't matter.
And I'm just not interested in that type of content.
But
I don't really care.
As my friend, she should be able to relate to me.
You can't tell me that you could call Ashley and be like, hey, Coach K. She wouldn't know either.
Let's do a test real
She wouldn't know.
But hold on. She might have answered the phone. It's late.
She would
Be quiet. We're going to see.
Hello.
This is only a test, so don't incriminate yourself. You're live right now. All right. If I call, I'm calling you right now. I'm reading Jeezy book. And do you know that he was responsible for Coach K? Did you know that?
No.
Oh. You sleepy, huh? I sound like you sleep right now.
No, I thought it was an emergency because you calling me at 9:50.
We're doing a podcast.
Ask her who is Coach K.
Do you know who Coach K is? Indy wants me to ask you that. I'm trying to make a point.
Thank you.
But see, the point I'm trying to make is you still said no, and then you were like willing to interact because she didn't say I didn't know who Coach K was. She was about to pretend like she knew until I said something.
You just made it up in your head.
You told me I was live, so I mean.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he wants someone to relate to him so bad.
Okay. Well, we talked about
nobody knows who Coach K is, I guess, unless you was in the kitchen cooking crack.
Chill.
I don't know.
We talked about me and having a girl best friend, and then me not calling you back from last week when I put it on the podcast. So I'm apologizing now. Okay. Yeah.
Fuck your apologies, okay? I'm tired of them.
See what I'm saying? See how she do? It's what I'm saying. People do you bad. It be your own people that do you like this. You're live and you still cussing me out. This is not cool.
I mean, I think it's you. It's a
I
you
didn't know
thing.
I was still alive after you changed. Y'all was talking about Coach K. And
That was because I was trying to prove a point that you didn't prove. And now you just made me.
you just edit that out.
No, it's too late. Yeah, you in there now. I was bragging about you, but y'all see how they do you? It be your own people.
It's about some relatability.
This nigga not relatable to nothing. I'm gonna hang up, but I'm gonna call you back since I know you're awake. I'm gonna call you back in 5 minutes. We finna get done. But all that to be said, she just proved me wrong, but she was about to stick with me.
She was not about, like, what the fuck kind of ears you got?
Tell the people.
Exactly how I sounded earlier today.
She said she did. I thought she was asleep. She sounded so bad. Nah. Tell the people they can find you.
Completely uninterested in Coach K.
Tell the people they can find you, man.
India.Marie on Instagram.
You can find me at BigLove1911 on all social platforms. If you did not know it by now, it's my birthday. Tell me happy birthday if you made it this far. If you didn't, it'll still be there. And if you want to be in my Young Jeezy J. Jenkins book club, let me know. I'm starting the book club.
And I'm going to say this.
So I can talk about
to
somebody.
The young lady who wrote the questions in.
My girl.
Don't get offended that you haven't met her yet. Give him some time. And if you're that concerned about it, just ask him what's going on. Because then you're going to be sitting there resenting him. And he's really just more so concerned about the woman he's dating right now than you. And I hate to be that, like, blunt and kind of harsh about the situation, but I guarantee you he's just more so thinking about her than you.
But he still got the same love for you. He's just trying to make sure things are right over here first. Because I bet she's an attractive girl. I'm telling you, I almost said her name. If you were ugly, quick introduction. But it's just the way the cookie crumbles. And she likes sports too. Damn. Just got a double-edged sword. Anyway, I'm
gonna say, but also, like, I feel like you're kind of not being realistic about the situation either. I think you need to also understand that your relationship, say what you need to say and, tell him how you're feeling, but also understand that if he gets more and more serious with this person, your relationship is going to change with him. It won't be the same. There's no way for it to stay the same.
Go to YouTube, lock us in. If you made it this far, we appreciate you. If you didn't make it this far, just tell me happy birthday and I still appreciate you. At the end of the day, I got two things to say. It's been real. It's been fun. I